And it's time for day 6. What even is time right now? I don't know. I can't believe that we're already on Boxing Day. Yeah, I always put my tree up like earlier and earlier every year because it seems like I don't get a whole lot of time with it. And it still just seems like I didn't get a lot of time with it. Well, I spend some of my time here at my parents' place, but yeah. I don't know. It's unfortunate. So I've cast on today's 12 Days of Cast-Ons cast on. And it is another knit fent pattern by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. And here it is. Oops. Oh, we got reflection from the light. Let me try to get that. There we go. It is the Noel Scarflet. I will see. Let's see. She has other pictures here. Her holding it out. Has that lovely lace in the middle of it. So this is from Knit Fent this year, whereas the socks that I've started knitting for day 4, they're from a Knit Fent several years ago, a few years ago. But this one is this year's, and I think it's the first project from this year's Knit Fent that I've cast on. If I have enough yarn, which I'm not sure of yet. I probably won't. I was thinking if I had enough left over, I'll do a matching hat. And I'm just basing that off of the fact that the Petite Knit Sylvie scarf only took 50 grams of yarn, but I think this one will it looks a little longer and a little wider, so it might be more than 50 grams. But yeah, so the yarn that I'm using is, once again, the Opulent Alpaca, which is a local yarn here on Cape Breton Island. There we go. It is a predominantly alpaca skein, but there's merino in it. So it is the other one that I knit, the one I knit my brother's hat out of. That one has, that yarn has Shetland in it. This one is very obviously a DK, whereas the other one, it was like kind of going thick and thin. Like, there are spots in that yarn where it was like almost fingering. It was twisted so tight, and then it would go thicker to like a worsted. I treated it like a DK though. So it's 1/3 Huacaya alpaca, 1/3 Surrey alpaca, and 1/3 merino. There is that. Those are the specs on it. I really enjoyed working with the other Opulent Alpaca yarn for my brother's hat. And this one is blue. This is a yarn that I purchased this year. I don't think I mentioned my previous projects that they are newer to the stash. Some are pretty old, but the last few, like yesterday's for the warm-up sweater, that one is a yarn that I purchased this year. This is a yarn that I purchased this year. The Christmas Eve cast on, the timber yarns, that was purchased this year with the intention of it being a Christmas Eve cast on. So I have it in this is like my favorite knitting bag, because that's like me in the woods with my animal friends. Yeah. So that's from You Sew and Sew. I got this a number of years ago, and then it has birds on the inside. One of my favorite knitting bag purchases of all time. And I'll show you, this is how much I got knit up so far. Just a little bit. It's not that late into the day yet. I don't know what I'm going to get up to yet today. I know I have a chore to do for Mom. I have to hang some blinds for her. I think other than that, I am going to be knitting and reading. I don't know if I'm going to leave the house tomorrow for sure, because 2 days in, like a third day in a row in, might be a bit much. So I'll go for a little jaunt before my brother comes. I'll see, maybe I'll go out later, maybe look at some lights. I always keep putting off, like previous Christmases, I'd put off looking at lights and then I'd be too late and a lot of people would have them taken down. So maybe I should do that today. Anyway, so I'm going to take advantage of the peace and quiet for now until the onslaught happens tomorrow with the added activity of the child folk, which is going to be fun. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fairly quiet day today. Okay, I will check in with you again later on. Once again, I did not record in the evening last night. It is now Friday, December 27th. It is like 4:30 p.m. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that later on this evening I will actually record the second part of today's cast on. That's the plan anyway. I don't know. I'm going to try not to stay up too late. It's hard for me to sleep here because it's a twin bed with animals, so I end up having a nap in the middle of the day each day. But let's look at my Noel scarflet, shall we? And this is the progress I made on it for one day. There was a knot in the ball, so yeah, I just undid the knot and then reattached because I do not like knots in my knitting. Too risky. So yeah, I'll just weave those. There's just a couple extra ends to weave in. I was really hoping that I would get to the point where I was done with the increases, but I did not get to that point. So this is like a very enjoyable mindless knit. You're probably going to see it again in my first episode of the year because it's probably going to be something that I work on consistently. Once I'm done all my cast-ons. There'll probably be a few things that you'll see in my first video again, because I'm really enjoying some of my knits. Socks in particular, the warm-up sweater. I really want to get my Corian poncho off the needles so I can use it. So yeah, I'm going to have to be alternating those projects because otherwise they're just not going to get enough attention. So yeah, there was a change of plans for today. My brother is not coming today because the youngest is now sick. The poor little thing was throwing up all last night. So yeah, I have memories of being a child with the flu at Christmas time, and it was not good. So they'll see how she is over the next couple of days, and they might come down next week. But yeah, so I am going to go back to my house one day early. Yeah, so that is that. And if you're looking for a lovely little neck scarf pattern, I think so far so good. I really like the edge. It's a different kind of edge than what I've seen before. Like, it's an I-cord edge, but it's a little different than others that I've knitted. I'm looking forward to getting to the lace section. It was like really tempting for me to work on this today, but I didn't get around to doing my knitting for today's cast on until like a little while ago, but I will talk about that in the next video, the beginning of which I am going to record right now. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning, hopefully, because I'm hoping to have the second part of today's video recorded so that I'm back on track. So I have how many days of this left? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so 5 days. I'm a little more than halfway through my projects. So yeah, anyway, until tomorrow, see you then. I just corked myself in the face with the needle, that's all. It's fine. See ya.